We are dream girls. Oh, we make you happy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are dream girls. Oh. Let me stop. That's what we going on behind the scenes though, but let me gag these pictures. Welcome back to another episode of Femme Queen Crazy, Sexy,
Cool.
Yes, I'm gonna be the sweet one all season long.
They said you're the sexy one.
Oh,
she has the best shirt on. She was reading.
But
You were reading my best shirt. She has the best
let me
shirt
tell you something. No, she been waiting. First of all,
Girl.
I forgot my bra. Now this is gonna draw attention to my
leather
breast.
pants
For
on.
the whole episode.
Oh my God.
You
No,
see?
but I'm covered
She
up.
was
I got
called
stuff
man
going
tonight.
across. But I forgot my bra. I didn't do this on purpose. Our Asia was on purpose.
It
Do not
definitely
ban
was. Whatever my film queen throws in the bag, that's what you
I know
get.
that's right, bitch. That's how I'm
Well, if
feeling
she's
lately, bitch.
being the sexy one, which one are you this season?
I'm cool.
So that would make me crazy.
You definitely
Crazy.
spicy this season.
Okay, whatever.
This rug is tea though.
The rug is tea.
Yes,
Shout
yes.
out to Shady.
Thanks,
Yes.
Shady.
Shady
Prada.
Prada. Yes.
Get you one, guys.
Yeah, that rug is, I live for
It is pretty.
Thank
Would you
you.
get
Thank
one?
you.
Would you get one for your house?
I
to say
would.
Tempress?
I would.
He
I
does
don't know where I was
Would you
customize
going.
them.
would you say Tempress? What would you
No.
put?
Lady T.
Yes.
That would
I
be
would
cute.
I would put titties at the top.
In Brooklyn at the bottom.
And Brooklyn at the bottom.
Bitch, did y'all see that? The video where Courtney was like, "Is it you know what's at the bottom?"
She ate
She
that
said,
for
"No,
me.
it's titties at the top." She said, "You know what's at the bottom?"
Yes.
Bitch, that was a
She
key.
ate
It wasn't
that.
he.
So what's goody? What's going
I
on?
like this dress to see flowers.
Yeah, you would call. I mean, thank you. I mean, I'm just thinking on so many different things that's like been played out in front of our eyes, and I was thinking about like our prior conversations about how America is just like committing these atrocities, like with the war in Gaza, and like the death of Marcellus Williams. You know, when we think about our cultural climate and the times that we're facing, like it's a dangerous thing to be black in America, and I think that we've always known that, but these opportunities to display that has becoming more impactful, and I don't want people to get desensitized to the fact that this attack and this wars and all these things are things that we read about, but now we are actually here living it, and that was a public lynching.
Absolutely.
Despite the pleas against the family and the members, the victim's family, and the prosecutors and everyone who had made it clear that this could have possibly been the wrong person accused for this death, and the family's forgiveness did not sway the people to exonerate this or just give him a option to stay.
How do you just kill a man without proof? Like they didn't. Like they didn't have.
It was killing us and
It's a
saving
clear
us
message.
for nothing.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so. To me, I think. When are we gonna start paying attention to this and stop paying attention to
See, the little
Diddy,
shit in
Yes. Diddy, and that has
When we gonna
nothing to
stand up?
do
When we
with
gonna
us.
do something?
When we're gonna stand up
They
together?
keep showing
We
us.
pay it.
See,
We
they
pay
keep
it.
showing us, and then the women,
If
like
you
the
ask,
other
just
thing with
say
the
that. Let
women
me
who
stop.
got shot in her home over the
They
fire.
asked.
No.
What's the guy? It's a guy.
No, but
it's a
listen.
guy who be
Can
pulling
we
up, and he
toast?
like, oh, let's.
I mean, we got right into it, but here,
Yeah,
toast to
I wanna
sisterhood.
that.
Cause I'm sisterhood.
What?
Cause I'm
Sisterhood.
in it.
Sisterhood.
She
No,
meant
I
it.
mean-
Let
He's
her-
a guy. That
What
guy.
guy?
That guy, and he acts like a thug. I don't know if he's really a thug, but he acts like a thug or whatever. And he calls people out. He be like, "What I'm talking about it for? What I'm talking about? We ain't gonna do shit." He like, "Y'all is punks." He's like, "Black people yelling. Yeah, I mean, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. What we gonna do?" He like, "We ain't gonna do nothing. So ain't no sense to keep talking about it because every time y'all just talk about it, but we never do anything." You know, and that's true. It's just the next thing happens, and then somebody's gonna walk in the street. And
But
then
I
it's just
also
gonna
think it's like I said,
continue
we've
happening.
become so desensitized to what's going around, what's going on in front of us, because how we take in social media, or like what comes in, like how information is controlled in the media, how things are being shown to us. It's so many different stories. Like these things didn't happen, and it's a larger thing. Like I was saying, when we think about the attack on us, when you think about the woman who got killed in her own home, when she called y'all to help her, and y'all killed her.
Yeah,
You know,
like, when is
and
that
then
gonna stop?
the cops are killing black men in the street every day.
But then we'll like, which we ain't free until we all are free. So like, you know, I'm here for like other countries, but you know, a lot of stuff is just more important than what happens to us on a daily. Like they don't care.
We
Like cops
avoid
bitch,
the mirror.
We'll go crazy about what's happening in another country, but bitch,
avoid
we're being
the
killed right
mirror.
here.
We love to avoid the mirror. Period. We love to avoid the situation that's going on in front of us. It's simply like, why not come together? Why not stand together for one? This man was going, like, did this just happen? No, he's been sitting there for years and years and years. People, we could have came together to figure that out. Not just for his family, but we waited until a couple days before he actually get executed to now rally. It was going like this. He didn't just get locked up yesterday.
So do you think that America has a disease of selective outrage?
No, America don't have anything.
No, yeah, because bitch, when it goes down with them, bitch, like
They don't play about their
also-
people.
But do
baby.
you,
That's what
okay,
I'm
so do
saying.
you think that black people have selective outrage?
Not just black people, just but yeah, like no, I don't think that it's selective age, but America, period. Like with us,
I just said that.
it doesn't matter. Yes,
Like, we have
look at the
selective
Haitians.
outrage.
Look at what he said about the Haitians. Let's talk about the politician who
That
just
man.
outright disrespect the way that was so racist.
The
And you
eating
know
the
what's
cats,
funny? You know
the
what's
eating
funny?
the
But when you
You know
say
what's
something about them
you know what's
Jews, you are done with.
You know what's
They're
so
eating
funny
the cats, not
to
eating the
eating
cats.
the
I'm not talking about
dog?
the eating the dogs.
No, but you know what's so funny is that how, like, you know, when I was young, or even when I wasn't realized what was going on in front of me, and then when I woke up and saw, you know, Pete, like, really saw what was going on, it was like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah,
what are we actually doing? What are we chasing? These local drug dealers, what are you chasing? These people that, like, what are we chasing? We don't have no end result but the death. Like, it's like we trying to find an easy way to get there.
Survival, I believe,
comfortability to live, but even then it's not. How is that comfortable? You literally have 10 people at your door because of what you did yesterday. How is that comfortable for you?
No. Well, I don't think people. Well, I think we've had this conversation before, and I don't think that people necessarily do things because they're comfortable. I think sometimes it's survival.
We did.
I was going to say, it's
you
like,
not knowing anything other than like, or thinking that you're capable of doing something other than, because that's the surroundings that you came up in, and that's
And
all
this
you
is
learn. So it's like a
social,
learning
economic-
let's
So
have
here's
a
the thing.
conversation about the people that
No.
are having these that have these theories, these think pieces, that didn't go to school to be a journalist, but have this conversation that they want to have about the Puff Daddies. Let's have it with them then. Let's have these conversations with them and see what they have to say about these type of conversations that we are having, instead of having conversations with the local drug dealer or the local person that don't know how to get out of that, the person that don't know how to
I
heal.
think that, but see, I
I
also,
understand that.
but I also think that people are going to talk about, I don't think that there should be here's what I'm saying, because when I hear you say that, I'm like, people are going to talk about what they want to talk about,
Right.
and we can't say, well, only these people should talk about that.
No, that's
it's
not
a
what I'm saying.
situation. No, I'm just, I
That's
get
what interests them.
like my thing is people will be so, and it's a distraction. People will rather deal with distraction than looking at the larger picture and trying to find focused ways and strategies to overcome that as a whole and collectively, because there's a social economic system that was already in place to keep people marginally oppressed trying to survive.
But you know,
And there's only very rare that you have anomalies that supersede that and push past that. And every now and then, when they get too far ahead, life or the higher beings have a way of showing them, you thought you were supposed to be the one.
You're not.
Now,
Yeah, you
you're
gotta
not.
walk
And then
straight.
you get- and
You
you
better,
go right
you
back
better
to the
walk
pot.
it straight. You better walk it straight in there. Like, don't try it no type of way, bitch. 'cause
They invite
gonna
you to the
get
party,
bitch.
say no.
Don't get okay, bitch. They gonna get
Literally.
you.
But my thing, even to what you just
Sometimes
said.
we get each other though. Sometimes it's not them. We keep
Yeah,
making it seem like it's a them thing. Sometimes we make it about them, but really some of that we have some internalized hate that we spew against each other. And I know it takes back to what I was saying episodes ago when we want people to treat us certain ways, but yet we have not collectively healed ourselves and become servants of each other and learn to work together for the greater good of all of us.
Well, all of us is doing a lot of talking about it, but when are we gonna step up and do something more?
And that's the thing.
But there
The
are
next
people
thing
doing
is,
something.
Let's vote. Let's talk about that also. Let's start voting. Let's get out there. We have a major election coming up, and everyone needs to get outside.
Get out there and get outside
vote.
and vote. It's definitely
Listen,
important.
and check your local voting areas to make sure that you are voting in the right
That's Sir
district.
Davis.
You know, no, I'm serious because you have to check your local registrations to make sure that you are registered in that space. So you can go ahead and get your vote out. Voter suppression is real. They will switch things up in the end as a tool to misdirect us. Make sure that you are getting to the polls this election. Vote. And let me just say this. I know that there are people who are system fatigued, and you may feel as though what the world has shown you that you just don't feel like you can vote right now. I hear you. And the way that they have been projecting this hate towards black people, to my black people, I understand if you feel this way. But I encourage you with all your might, figure out the best solution that works for you. But if at all possible, vote.
Vote. Vote a God. And speaking of all the things that are going wrong in our country, we can go on and on and on about it. But we have guests from overseas in another country, and we would love to hear what's going on with them. So when we come back, we will be bringing you our guests. Baby, just when you thought we was local, we went international.
Yes.
We got the House of REV. We got the up-and-coming Femme Queen performance, and she gets out there and slays realness. I'm sure it's probably a few other categories you walk to, honey. But we have the up-and-coming Vinii Revlon all the way from Paris. Bonjour! Yes, and me and this guy have history as well, because when I came to Paris years ago when the scene was kind of just starting and stuff, he showed me a wonderful time. We have the legendary Vinii Revlon. When you talk about voguing femme, and when you're talking about somebody who came over here before the Paris was even on the map and who was making his way and his name, you cannot speak of Paris without speaking of this man, and that is Vinii Revlon, the legendary.
Thank you for having us.
What's poppin'?
We outside.
Good. What is
Is
good?
this the first international interview?
It's
Yeah.
the first international interview. We've been watching y'all. First of all, it's an honor to be in your presence, ladies. Thank you for having us. It's truly a blessing. Truly. And congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
The set
Thank
is
you.
beautiful. I keep saying that, but the set is beautiful. Y'all look so good.
Yeah.
Thank you for even coming though. This was such a pleasure to have you guys. I think y'all have put on for y'all country. Y'all have done y'all big ones. I think y'all deserve here, just like we deserve y'all to be here.
Salut, vous pensez?
Ben oui, on parle français quand même.
That made me weird.
It's
So much.
so serious. What did he say? It'd be like it was something. It'd be like,
That's the only thing y'all will say.
yes.
Yo.
So what's poppin'? So we want to take it from you, since you had a hot night last night. Like, you know, this will be a few weeks later on, but you walked for the 5K.
Yes.
Last night, how you feel about it? How you feel like you did and all of that, and how about the competition and stuff?
First of all, it was an honor for me to walk for the 5K with the panel that we had.
Singing panel.
We had like the iconic girls that started up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it was like a big thing, and I was stressed about that. Not even like about the win, the money or nothing. I was just stressed to like vogue in front of them, because I used to watch them. I used to watch the Asias and them, but it was like all those girls are here now. Like, what you gonna do?
What you
So
gonna
I
do?
can tell Vinii, first of all, I didn't came to walk at first. I came for work here, and like those are my days off. So whenever I got some days off, I come to New York. So I was like, we're just gonna go to Asia. Was like, nah. She's like, yeah, Mrs., you cannot do that. You here. You have to walk. I was like, all right, we'll see. Boots was like, you have to walk. Vinnie was like, you have to walk.
Yes.
And you walking. I was like, oh my God. I walked. I had fun. I could have do better. But
We
it's
all
always the
critique
next ball.
ourselves.
It's growth, baby. Let me
and
tell you
it's
something.
growth,
It's growth.
you know.
You
We
gotta
all
pour into
critique
yourself, love into yourself in those moments, and just get in the studio. You know what
Absolutely.
that's what it is. That's where you be hard on yourself when you in the studio and you practicing. But after a ball and you walk, that's where you pour into yourself.
Yes.
And you did good, and you'll still be able to take it back. Like, how many people overseas could be like, I walked in front of
That
Okay.
panel.
That's what I said. I was like, first of all, I mean, the girls came out for the 5K for the Mugli Airport a few years ago. But to me, it wasn't the same, because the panel that we had last night was really like, you couldn't do better.
Shouts to Kelly
and
again.
a lot of girls didn't show up. It was less than 10 girls. Some girls got chopped. I got through my first battle.
Yeah.
And, so, I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's always the next ball.
I thought it was a fun night. It was fun.
That was a
Yeah.
nice category. That was an intentional category because the intent and the impact was felt all through Ballroom. Like, people are living for just the clips, just of the girls who came out during the roll call.
Yeah.
And then the performances is just like, that was the extra layer of cake. It was the sweet spot. So again, shouts to Kelly for like that
Yeah, she did that.
intentional
She did her big
choice.
one.
She did that.
Vinny, but
She
you
did
said
that.
that you started the because I mean I only know for you, like I know if you didn't that you had to be right close to it. Did you start the Paris scene?
So
Or-
no. So the thing was, two people came in the States, Lysandra and Nikki, and us in France. I would say they went here, they came here, and they got the knowledge, and we was the body. So we blended all together pretty much. They came with the terms, like the names of the categories, the name of the elements and stuff like that, and we was just the bodies. So I was one of, not the first, but I was one of the, the girls that was outside.
build
Part
this
of the
thing.
first
You part of
interview.
the
No.
building it
So
up.
I would say this. I would say I saw them. I came and I told them that I'm gonna gag y'all. Yeah, I literally told them. I said I'm gonna gag y'all.
did.
I'm gonna gag y'all. I'm gonna go to the state. I'm gonna gag the American girls too. And I went there and I made this story. I was like I became the first European legend, and also like I was the first Bush Queen Vogue Femme in Europe to win in my category also. So it was just a big thing, and nobody was really paying attention to Paris like that. Social media was not as big as right now.
Right.
So that's why I would say the camera was focused on Paris at that time because of that, But yeah.
Cool. That's what's up.
So I do have a question
Ooh.
on, so for you, my first question to you, what would you say is something that you want to see more flourish in Film Queen performance?
Oh, that's a good question. I'll say creativity.
Okay.
I want the girls to bring back like the effects. I was, before working the category last night, I was watching Davina when she walked, and she had the Nicki Minaj part into her production.
Yeah.
She wasn't full character, like effect, everything shortcut. Like, I feel like the girls right now are like scared to like, get into like shortcuts. They're scared like to be in character. They just want to have like bag nails and long hair and a cute little sexy
Film Queen
effect.
bundles.
No, mama, tap in, like go in. If the effect says, let's say Harley Quinn, paint your face. Don't give me no little red, little blue. No, bust a real blue, red face, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get in character. I think this is what is missing And that's why I think the other categories are having more fun. You know, like a runway. Runway is having fun.
Yeah.
They are bringing the customs, like the effects, everything, the makeup. Even last night, I was gagging.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, the all Americans, the Europeans. I was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the girls should bring back more of this because those effects don't take away nothing from, you know, the sexiness, your cuntiness.
No, when you think of like moments like, you know, Deja and Erica Kane, like, you know, people who really put into that character. Yeah, those are usually like moments.
And you know what's so funny about that is they may not even have won that ball. But their moments were talked about for years and years and years.
It's the moment.
And I think that for me is what's missing, the moment, the creativity in ballroom for that category. What is something that you would love to see in Butch Queen performance now?
Hands performance.
Okay.
Hands is missing. It's actually lacking. I think right now everybody is focusing on crazy stunts, not just stunt, but crazy stunt. They want to gag the crowd so much, and right now I really feel like Butch Queen Volcom and performance in general is very dangerous. Like you can lose an eye, your fucking nose, your teeth that you just got done. It's like it's really risky to perform right now, and even on the panel, like you can get hit in the crowd. So it's like take a step back and just Vogue.
Yeah, I think you know what's so funny. We were just judging a panel together, and we were all saying that on the panel. It was like everyone was so worried about stunt versus stunt versus stunt, and I love that y'all know how to tear these stunts apart. I feel like y'all have elevated that to the degree. But add that Vogue in it and just watch how more it's going to look better. Like you're not walking stunt for stunt.
Right.
You're walking performance in ballroom, which means that you have to have Vogue in everything that you do. And I feel like a lot of these people are lacking it.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but you know we got to see.
Maybe that'll bring the category back, like dip for dip, or make it stunt for stunt.
Yeah, have another category. That's
speaking of stunts, you and y'all and you performed and you brought like what? Talk us through how the hell you got ballroom up in the Olympics.
That was the
like speak that was the like what? Opening like what? I'm like wait okay, come on.
That's how that happened.
So pretty much, the Olympics team reached out to me via my email, and that was like a private thing, and we had a call. And they pretty much told me that we followed your work for years, and for this Olympics, we want you to bring Vogue in. So they gave me like a free thing, like pretty much you do whatever.
Wow.
But they came to my balls prior to that, so they like saw what we was giving and stuff like that. So I told them, okay, y'all want me? I'm gonna bring Ballroom into it. I'm gonna give a ball.
Sick name.
And I had 3 nights. And each night was 15 minutes. So, and it was before the medal ceremonies. So, and it was in front of
it was
it was in front of 60,000 people.
Oh my God.
Under the Eiffel Tower. Under the Eiffel Tower.
Pioneer style.
Yeah.
Pioneer.
And, you know, it was a year of preparation. And we did that. We brought Ballroom. But the powerful message was very, like, because each person that walked the ball had to bring it like the sport that we had this year for the Olympics. And the message was that the athlete right now become, like, when you're an athlete and you're part of the LGBTQ community, it's still a conflict. You cannot come out like that. So us being on stage with them looks, it was giving very much, you can be who you are.
Queer,
we're
proud.
That's right.
Permission.
That's right. And they all fucking enjoyed it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
And that's not, you know what's so funny, you know, that's not even, I think you guys have like performed for the president or something like that, right? Right. So this is just not the first, they've been doing their thing for a while.
That's what the production that reached out to me for the opening told me. They was like, we've been looking at you like since 2019. So when I got to they reached out to me on Instagram, and I didn't believe it at first. I'm like, girl, who's this white lady reaching out to me? She had like 500 followers. And
See,
was
that tells you right. People be thinking them numbers, bitch. When numbers don't be.
She posting like her dogs and like, girl. But then she was like, no, call me. I call her. She was like, yeah, we have to meet and everything. So I went to like, they had like, in a building, they had like a private thing behind the building. That was like the offices of the Olympics. So I went there and they was like, we have 20 or 12 or 20 celebrities that we want to like showcase for the opening of it. And we want you to be like the fifth one. I'm like, wait, to do what? She was like, I just want you to vote. And then she pulled up a clip of me. She was like, that's my favorite clip of you. That's like back in the days. I was a drag at that time. I'm like, oh no. She was like, yes, I want you to give it up like that. Like, just carry. Tell me what you need as far as like outfit and carry. Like, I don't want to give you no choreo and everything. Matter of fact, we're going to give you extra money. Because you do like your choreo.
Yeah, you
like
create.
your own thing.
Oh my God.
Yes. Ballroom is outside. That's making, that's history. That's pioneering. That's iconic shit. Like,
and when you say they was watching you from way back, now, why? How did it become Revlon? How did you get to Revlon? What was that like?
Wait, to become to
Yeah.
become.
Be a rap model.
Oh,
how did
listen.
How did that story come?
Oh, so let me take you back.
Yeah.
I was a big fan. Well, obviously, I discovered Ballroom through Vogue Evolution.
Vogue Evolution.
That's how. Yeah, I saw Leomi and them, and at first I hated it. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" But then, the more I was watching the episode, I was like, "Okay, they got something that nobody else in this motherfucking production got." And so I thought it was only them, but then I went on YouTube and I saw it was a whole community, and I was like, okay. And then I saw Marquise.
oh my God.
I was like, oh. And then they came to Paris in 2011, 12. The Baltimore Revlon came, and I was charged to be the translator. And then they was like, oh, you're gonna be a Revlon. And I was like, oh, well, we have a ball at the end of the week. Let me see, let's see how I do. And then y'all gonna tell me. And then I made it to the final battle. And I was like, so am I Revlon? And he was like, well, you just have to text Father Tony. And then they showed me Father Tony's picture. I was like, oh my God, no, I'm scared. I was so scared. And I texted him, but he heard about me. They told him about me. And he was like, yeah, welcome to the family. After that, they gave me the power to bring people around. And I created the Paris chapter. At first, it was not what I expected it because it was too much ego involved in my chapter. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave. And y'all gonna see how this shit's gonna turn out. And I actually left. I became a Lanvin for a year. And I came back. Everybody left because it was a mess. And I was like, oh, now I'm about to start my empire. Yeah. That's when I bought Gigi and them. And we became the most powerful house in Europe.
Yes.
Because we have not only Paris, but we have the UK, we have Brazil, we have Japan, we have Korea, like Philippines. Like it's a whole empire.
So do you feel like, this is a two-part question, do you feel like the international ballroom scene is different from here, and why you feel it's different? And do you feel your house, do you feel like the houses over there are different than the house in the States?
Yeah. She feels like it's different.
It is different.
It is different.
It is different.
We don't have the same background. We don't have the same story. You know, you guys here did and walked balls because y'all need to pay rent. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not.
No, yeah. Mostly,
we couldn't. No, we wasn't getting a lot of money.
No,
like
there
that,
wasn't no
so
money
what
this back in the day. It was
happened
very chumpy.
But then, you know, when y'all started doing things, even like it was big money involved, it was not just for fun. You know, when y'all was working, it was like baby, I need the coin. Like,
No. So what you're seeing a lot of times is people who have walked for so long and not getting anything, and they're to the point where they're like, bitch, if I'm coming out, it gotta be a coin. And some of these kids are very entitled now because of the big prizes that they're giving. I only walk. Bitch, you shouldn't be saying I only walk for such and such and such unless you're a fucking icon or a legend. And you're giving, bitch, I'm only coming, you know,
you walk for 5K.
So they be trying it. Those people be trying it.
So we don't have the same story. We don't have the same background. Europe is different from the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Ballroom over there is more like nice, I would say. It's more like they want to like everybody, you know, through everything like it's a walking park. I feel like, you know. And here's more like, no, bitch. Like, you would have to, like, bring it. So you're saying they don't really, they're very they're like, come one, come all.
Europe is more gentle. I would say the big difference that I experience, America versus Europe, is that your crowd, the people that, like, is watching the ball, be the people from the scene, or the community, or LGBTQ people. In Europe, it can be, like, mad straight people that just enjoy art. And they come and they sit and they can sit on the floor and they watch. In the States, nobody gonna sit on the floor except you walk and you get your tent and you know you wait or whatever the case may be. In Europe, a lot of people like sit on the floor and watch because they see it as like art.
So it's more spectators.
It's
like
a lot.
Spectators.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's
outside of, it's not just LGBT.
Yeah, it's not just
LGBT.
LGBT.
Remember when you went to Lyon? You saw it was even different from Paris. Like the crowd was different because it was more like people that don't know what.
They don't even know what ballroom is. I was gagging. Kids was there. It was the families. It was so. One thing I noticed is just the support that they get from everybody, not just the people in their community, and that's dope to me.
True.
Yeah, that's
the rawness aussi. I was about to speak French.
Yeah.
You can say it.
Ici, aux États-Unis, vous êtes beaucoup plus real. No, here it's more raw. It's more raw
because it came from underprivileged kids.
That's right. It's more raw, and that's powerful. That's more powerful. You can feel it more. But here also the violence is too much. It's way too much.
Speak on it.
The drugs are way too much.
Speak on it.
And it got out of control. Like it's to me like to come back. Like it's been a minute since I came back this summer after COVID to the States, and like I watch people. I watch the crowd. I watch the judges. I love to watch the panel, how they act, the attitude and stuff. But yeah, the drugs be too much, and we don't talk about it too much. When we talk about it, it's to read. But we should like provide, care and have the discussion with, as a house members, as a community, as leaders and stuff like that. And bitches, they pay it.
Why you kidding?
Why you kidding?
So y'all be watching the clip like, oh, they high as shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't no way the ball start. Ain't no way the ball start. You on the panel and you act crazy. The ball just start. That's the first category. It makes no sense. Act right. It's weird.
Like they be on the panel giving bipolar vibes. Like
they be going. Some people wait to get a moment on them damn panels, honey.
Oh yeah. So sorry. To finish with Revlon, yeah. So Marcus was the link, then Father Tony, and I created the empire, and to answer to answer the second question as far as the difference between European Revlons and American Revlons. Back then, Revlons in the States was the T. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. It was the T. Right now, Revlon fade away a little bit because it was too much leaders that didn't necessarily needed to have them titles. You don't have to be in the house with titles. If you're that bitch, you're that bitch.
Speak on it.
If you're that bitch, you're that bitch. If you're that nigga, you're that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to join houses and be like, okay, I want to be mother this. I want to be father this. I want to be overall this. And I really appreciate this. For what? For Facebook? It's late.
Not for Facebook.
It's fucking late.
I'm glad y'all learned that.
It's fucking late. So right now, with the new direction, the new shift. Revlon in the States, we are
Rebranding.
we are trying to have that European aesthetic here because
With the rawness
of America.
But still, right.
Because
so
Revlon
knowing
at the
your
end of the day,
background.
like we are Revlon in Europe, but we are Revlon because Revlon is here first, and Revlon is Benji. Revlon is is raw, it's real, and that's what we took over there. But I came here, I saw what was working, and I saw what was not working, and I made sure that over there we got the
And
good
all
recipe.
houses go through that, like the
True,
ups and downs.
true.
Sometimes you're on top, and then you go down. You
That's
have to
right,
rebrand. You
that's
come
right.
back up. Like it all happens. It happens like that.
And it's
so.
coming back up, baby.
Yeah.
We find a juju. Shout out to Julius.
What do y'all like? Where do you like walking more? Like how is it? How do they treat y'all over there too? Like being that y'all outside, like you know what I'm saying? I know, like
Yes, because that
y'all
goes to one of my
outside and
questions.
y'all are known
One of
overseas.
my questions for me.
Dora, drink. Dora, have a
That goes
sip.
for one of my
Yeah, should I
questions for me.
sip on this?
Yeah, sip on that
Sip
before
on
you-
this one.
But I'm gonna ask you a question before you sip. I see you make posts and statuses about like not being liked by people in your community in Europe. How can you explain what that's about?
Well, I feel like when I joined Ballroom, it was like, it makes 10 years now. I was not a Revlon yet. I was in a French house. So a French house that everybody like kind of
See it as an underdog.
feel like underdog, like
Underdog.
y'all French house. We are part of like American house, so we don't care about y'all. Then I left that house and I walked as a double for a whole summer. So I told Vinii like, no, I don't want to join right now. The summer is coming. I want to walk all the functions, like all of them, as a double to really prove you that I got it, and I don't want you to, just take me because I'm like new and fresh and stuff like that. So I walked this whole summer, and then I came out in 2016 as a Revlon. So I was in a house for 2 years. Then 2016, I came out as a Revlon, and since then, it created a big boom effect. I came out, Kiana came out. We all the people that was like hot came out in the same house. So it was a big thing. So it's still a big thing since then.
Okay.
So of course, with success comes the hater fans.
Yeah.
That's how we call them.
Hater
Because
fans.
I
The hater
consider
fans.
them
Yeah.
fans. If you talk and you around and you know everything that I do,
Right.
you're a fan. But I feel like it's more about the fact that I don't hang around, the girls from my scene. I used to, but not no more, And I learned it, mind you, from you, gang. Yeah, you don't know, but I learned it from you because you be out the way. You know what I'm saying? And your daughter broke Boots. She be helping me a lot. Going through all of this because she be seeing the things that be going on in Europe. So she like, it's okay to be on your own, on your own thing, doing your own thing. Asia be like this. She's very like she don't hang around and everything. And since I started to be in my own world, life is great. I just did the Olympics. Life is great. I did a lot of things. It's more coming, but it's really, I think, the fact that I get so much love from, I say New York mostly, but America, and
Does that bother you that you don't get the love and support from your community?
Not really. It would have bothered me if I would get the love and they would have tried me or something. That's not the case. They can't try it. They can't.
I would say this though. She do receive love from the community. It's just that sometimes we be focusing on the negativity and the few not that you know what I'm saying, that had little jabs that try or whatever the case may be, because she have a lot of love from other houses, except, we're not going to talk about the Revlon, but we're going to talk about the other houses and people from the community. Like us being outside right now, doing big things for the community, for ourselves, for our family, because like we black, but we African. You know what I'm saying? Her parents are African, my parents are African, and us in like the mentality is that we have to provide for our parents. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of it, we're grinding for us, but we're grinding for them. So people see the glitz and glam, but they don't see the works. They don't see the work that we put on. So, and a lot of people feel entitled. They be like, okay, why she got that? I vote better. I should have that.
And not to touch that, but it's more like me the way, I'm a Cancer. So,
Oh, you a Cancer? Yeah.
So,
I forgot you.
I show everything. I show all my emotions and everything that I go through on social media, especially like, I don't know if I can say Instagram.
No.
I show everything, so you know what I'm going. Most of you kind of know what I'm going through. Like anybody that follows me and everything, you can see because I don't hide nothing. Because I think that's the beauty of the process. You know what I'm saying? So for my scene to be acting like so, yeah, she all right. No, bitch.
Not all right.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
Give me my things.
It's okay.
So here's the thing. Like, it's so many intersections of what you said. Like, speaks to what Tempress said about the entitlement piece, but also to the point where you say that in your own community that there's people who feel this way about you because you continue to stay committed to you. As your friend said, you stayed out the way, you charted your own course, you did your own thing. How was it for you during that process? Because you you make it seem as though like for me, it's like, oh, that was easy. You just walked away from it. It didn't affect you at all. But was it a process for you? And are you able to talk about what that process looked like for you?
From where to where?
Moving from like those people who didn't like you, because at one point y'all was all cool. You said you used to, but you stopped.
I used to really try to defend myself on everything that was going on, or if somebody would say something about me or my mother Kiana, or whatever the case may be, or my house. But I learned to, be Beyonce about the situation. That means you don't say nothing, you don't post nothing, and you pay, and you go, and you go about your things. And when you do stuff like that, like the negatives, go away faster. But when you're entertaining,
is when they got your attention. They got you right where they want you.
For a whole month, you're like, girl, what the fuck is going on? There's always bad things around. No, sometimes you have to pay it. But the fact I'm really out loud with like my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like I'm the baddest bitch, I'm gonna be out loud about it. If I feel like I deserve it to win this ball, I'll be out loud. If I feel like I did bad, I'm gonna be out loud about it. I'm very outspoken about my experiences within ballroom or outside of ballroom. I feel like this can be very disturbing to people who's not as confident as me. So I pick it up you live and you learn, and I gotta redirect my energies, and that's why I learned even when that situation happened, when you got brought up to the situation.
What situation?
What situation?
Can we get that?
So what happened was I brought my house to walkable, my Kiki house usually, to walkable. We cleared the whole ball. I had to walk, my house needed me to walk realness. I walked realness, final battle. I had to battle a little girl from another house. And it's realness, female realness, feminine realness. We was reading. I said, cut the beat. I took the mic. I was reading her. I said, she has no shape. The shoulders are wide. Like it's not giving that. It's not woman like, it's just another category. Don't do that.
Oh my God.
So after that, they tried to make it, somebody else from another house tried to make it a big thing. But the same person that tried to make it a big thing was on a panel the day before, judging. I walked the day before. Me and the other girl almost fought because she was reading me down and everything. She wouldn't take me or whatever the case may be. She used to be on Revlon, so she was reading and everything. You was on the panel, you didn't say
Did you say nothing about that?
You was on the panel, you didn't say
So
nothing.
selective outrage.
So now, it's the next day, and you so flabbergasted because I was reading during the category. Bitch.
Yo, wait.
Flabbergasted.
Now you reaching out to Tabytha. Sanaya, Leomi.
Oh, I remember that.
And you trying to make me like I'm so transphobic and I hate the girls and everything. No, that's fake.
And you probably seen that reading from the States, though, right?
Yes.
You seen the girls do
But
that.
this goes back to what I was saying that, I think I told you then and I'll say it again. When I got pulled into it,
you didn't know.
I had no clue about the whole piece, but I also wasn't co-signing anything. I told you that.
Mm-hmm.
My goal in that moment was to say that this should not be happening.
Mm-hmm.
You two are two beautiful black women, and higher people would want nothing more. That's your opinion, right? You two do two different things.
Absolutely.
I totally get it. I know.
Not the same girl.
Listen, oh my God, you're gonna
She
bring
said
it up?
she said she's like this date. She got this date to her a lot of
Listen, I'm gonna say this. When this whole situation happened, I had one of my 15 daughters who just got in jail. I had to take care of her. Nobody knew about this. I had one of my leaders who was going through mental stuff. I had to take care about this. And I had to take care of all my house, because I really take care of my house seriously, in and out the scene. I make sure everybody have a job. I make sure everybody have a house. I make sure everybody have food. I make sure everybody I have people that have kids, like real blood child in my house. I make sure they're good with the child and everything. So for you to try to, and you know what I do, like I work in entertainment and stuff like that. So for you to know that and act like I'm very transphobic and stuff like that, you was trying to like make it a big thing out of like a Kiki scene category. You dragged it, and you tried to drag me into the mud. Like you really like called Sanaya, like you, like Leomi, like not even telling them the real backstory.
Right, but
and you had the whole country, like a whole other country, reading me down, being under my comments and everything. I don't play that.
That's
and that would be for
it's
no beef.
You feel like you coming by.
It would be for like I could never do that to somebody. I have no hate in my heart. But you doing all this, I can tell you have some hate in your heart, and you need to take a look.
And see, that goes back to an earlier thing that I was discovering, that sometimes you just have to accept people for where they're at, because even when I said it, you were like, no, bitch, we are not the same. And you even stood on that, even in that moment when I was trying to mediate.
Well, I don't think we should beat it anymore.
You understand? But no, I just wanted to clarify that, because I never wanted anyone to think that I was against you.
Yeah, because
nobody.
No, that situation really made it seem like Sanaya, Leomi, and
I was against her.
Yeah, before knowing who it was, nobody really knew, and nobody saw it. Yeah.
Right. So my thing is, I want to publicly say that you know that, and it's not just because we shared the last name, but I just saw what you said, and I'm not saying that she was wrong. I'm just saying the way y'all went about it, it could have been differently. It did not have to go to the press.
Yeah, because it's all been like, now you're trying to like bring me like on my body and everything, like now.
But let's take it back to, you said you learned that from here, which is why I say when we're battling each other and we're up there, like, when is it, like, what is too much? You know what I'm saying? Because we'll say one thing like, oh, but that's ballroom. The girls are going to leave. We got to be active. But then at one point we say, oh, but it teaches the world to treat everybody else the same.
How you go to the selective what?
Selective outrage.
That's this one.
Because I shared the clip of the no shade. I shared the clip of Paris battling, I forgot the name. When she's no. Prior to that, the two Femmes when she say she got a dick, and she say she got a dick too.
Oh my God, yeah.
So everybody kicked it. Everybody kicked it.
Everybody in Europe was keen about it.
Now.
I don't think.
Well, I don't.
She don't care. We just talked about this last week. Asia like it's a battle. I was like,
How you feel about that?
So I was sitting with someone that I respect, and it was just like when you have it. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do all of that because it does when you are sober. We was in Sweden. It was me and Sanaya and Vanessa was on a panel. This girl was real as rain. Like when I say like we were all like, wait, what? Like we were gagging, And she went up there and she was reading the other girls.
And it took away.
It took away.
It took away.
And she lost the last battle. She missed the last battle.
Yeah.
And it's because it took away from the fact that you were so real. Like, you were supposed to be oblivious to what was going on. That's how real you were.
Yeah.
And you that could have won.
And no shit, I said, when I used to read, cause bitch, I was a little pressed. Like it was like, bitch, this bitch is a little real, bitch. We gonna battle. Like, I gotta find something, bitch.
I battled the other girl. She was cunty down. I was like, baby, I gotta find something.
I gotta look with something.
She is so the other girl was so pretty, so cunty and everything. Like, not too much makeup and everything. Bitch, I had a long bob and everything. I was like, I gotta
do something.
I know I'm real and everything, but I gotta get
I gotta do something, yeah.
So, I understand that too, and I understand your point to that. You know what you got it.
In hindsight.
And then it depends on the atmosphere, because if other bitches is doing it, you gonna turn up too.
I'm not saying that to say that you can't
Do it.
read and do that, but you do got to be mindful because
The
it can mess
atmosphere.
you up.
Read the room.
You
gotta read the room.
room.
That's why I tell the kids, read the room. Don't start all that
If it's
shit.
not
Don't give
given
all that. I'm like, bitch, now if you see them living for another bitch doing it, turn up, bitch. Turn
So
the fuck
in
up, bitch.
hindsight, if the situation, if you can go back, would you have done things differently?
Never.
Well, she didn't need to. She said like, I don't understand.
I think.
I had to work this category for my house and my kids. I didn't.
But you do understand.
I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just in the category. After the category, me and the little girl hugged. She said she was okay. I was like, because I talked to her right after that. When the whole situation happened and everything, I talked to her. She's like, no, I'm okay. It's about the category. And then she turned around and flipped this way.
Probably because at the end of the day, like a lot of times, yes, girls are walking categories, but sometimes it does get to you.
It can.
It does
It's some
get to
people
you.
you have to watch, because some people are insecure and they go home and be like, damn, is my back really big? Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know the impression that we have on
them. Damn, like that.
Don't walk.
Right, they look up to Gigi.
I do feel like you shouldn't.
That's why you gotta understand. That's why you gotta understand.
But I do feel like you shouldn't walk a category if you're not prepared for anything.
Especially
Realness, you gotta be prepared.
Especially
You do gotta be
If you're not
prepared.
able to take the eat,
Then you can, yeah.
They just so you just really gotta be.
You just
So
gotta be
then
prepared.
again, I'm hearing what y'all saying. I just want us to be clear.
So read the room.
Okay.
Read
Read the room.
No, you read the room. So she said she already answered the question. She's trying to ask her again.
No, you read the room, Sam. We finished with that.
There you go.
Wait,
I'll see you later. Go.
I'm not taking it back there. What I'm saying
I'll see you later.
is,
Go.
are we collectively saying that it is okay to read someone in a battle?
It depends.
It is.
Because it's ballroom. It's authentic. It's ballroom. No
That can't
shade.
get you
I
to
seen
lose.
Ashley
You
and them
gotta
do it like,
remember-
bitch.
But
And I was
mind
like,
you, Letitia
but
just
it
sat up
depends
here
on you
and
as a
explained
person.
It really depends. I'm just saying it's for you. And now
Yeah.
you got to remember, it can get
With
you
a
to
backlash,
lose.
right.
It can get you to lose the category. That girl was, like I just said, that girl was Willis Rain, and look what happened. She lost.
And it goes for every category.
It's up to
because
you.
because it can go for best dress or performance. I told my
It can be
kids.
a good thing or a bad thing.
I told my kids, listen, I told my kids when you perform and you battle somebody, you can talk and be like, she don't vogue, and then you did, or you choose to be unbothered by it.
Because I like unbothered. Because
It
sometimes
depends.
that expressed to me, like when they're bogan, I don't need you to be like talking.
Right.
Like, so it depends
depends
on
on
the
the
judges
remember-
on the panel.
Because I
Judges
remember-
love when you get them high.
I remember when I stepped on,
Yeah, so you gotta
I
read the
remember I was
room.
voguing and I stepped on Naima Muglier's, and she was a Mugler at the thing at that time. I stepped on her hair and you was like, get off of her hair.
I thought he was a Mugler.
I literally, she was dipping and I said, ew.
Yeah, see, I would think something like that is
Yeah,
fair.
she was like, get off of that guy. And she was a judge, so I got off her hair. But you know that it can be a bad thing and it can be a good thing.
Yeah,
for
because I be
you.
open to girls. If I'm sitting up there and you really going in on another femme queen, if two femme queens is up there, and some of them, they don't realize how masculine that makes them appear sometimes when they like, yo, come on. And I'm like, girl,
you in there with dressing
calm it down, right? Like,
with
calm
dress
it
heels,
down.
acting like a piece of trash.
You just right.
Don't give your energy.
Don't.
Read the room. Read your
Read
own
the room.
room.
Read your room.
Read
Yeah.
your own room. If your energy is giving that, if you're
I'm
giving,
definitely right.
if you are in your Banji mode and you giving Banji with your sneakers and your vibe,
Yes.
it's giving that. But if
giving
you're
that.
giving demure, why are you?
Why you
you
really-
have to give.
Yeah, I
if
only
you're
do that
giving
when I'm
demure,
Brooklyn
you have-
Tempress. Like, you know, if it's given like I'm in a
Because if you work
character.
in your favor,
Right.
everything could work in your favor. If you're giving demure and you're yelling, they're
Then
like,
just be
I'm
kind.
confused.
Yeah,
And
true.
I'll just be like, I'm demure. I'm
Yeah, just be
sorry. I'm
kind.
tired. It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a
I
year
love
So
ago.
she did learn from it. Let's move on.
Yeah, read
Um,
around.
Such a gift.